Introducing the all-new Italiano range of pizza. Pizza Ultimo. Pizza Hut.
The Ministry of Power and Energy has decided to slash 25% of the fuel surcharge that will be charged from electricity consumers using 61 to 180 electricity units. Secretary to the Ministry MMC Ferdinando said that this decision was reached after recommendations for concessions were made by President Mahinda Rajapaksa.
In addition, the proposed tariff bracket from 61 units will be implemented from 66 units upwards, and the proposed tariff bracket from 91 units will be implemented from 96 units upwards. According to the new tariff revision, the tariff bracket that was to be implemented from 121 units upwards will be implemented from 126 units upwards. The Secretary to the Ministry of Power and Energy said the aforementioned tariff brackets were decided on the President's recommendations for concessions. Meanwhile, when News First made inquiries, the Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka said that if funds are allocated by the Treasury to cover up the losses, the electricity tariffs can be reduced.
මුදල් ප්‍රමාණය යම් ප්‍රමාණයක් මුදල් ලැබෙනවා නම් ඒ ප්‍රමාණයට අනුකූලව රජය විසින්
If a certain amount of funds are released from the Treasury, then a concession according to the amount of funds released can be granted to a group of electricity consumers approved by the government for the concessions. That can be considered, and the controversial electricity tariff system could be changed. Why did we call for submissions? It was not to ask whether the electricity tariff should be increased or reduced. We asked for recommendations on how to reduce the 228 billion rupees. It is not possible to obtain views from the public for each and every division. There is no need for it, and it is something that is not done.
මේ සංශෝධනයක් පාසා මහජන අදහස් ප්‍රතිවිරුද්ධ පුළුවන් කමක් නැහැ. ඒක කිසිසේම කරන්න අවශ්‍යකද කරන්නේ නැහැ.
අසත්‍ය වැරදි තොරතුරු සමාජයට ගලාගෙන යන ආණ්ඩුව හදෝ මේ වැඩි කිරීම සාධාරණීකරණය.
The government attempted to pave the way for false information to flow into society and also attempted to justify this increase. They said that coal and diesel had to be used to generate power for those using more than 90 or 100 units. Hydroelectricity can be provided to those who use up to 90 units in the country. The cost to generate a unit of hydroelectricity is 3 rupees and 25 cents. At the Lakshapana plant, it costs only 45 cents. It is in this backdrop that this government made this price hike without taking into consideration the basic rights of the people. We asked the electricity tariffs be brought back to the previous range. If there is an issue, we can discuss it.
විදුලි බිල හිටපු තැනට ආපහු කැඳවන්න. ප්‍රශ්නයක් තිබුණා වෙනම සාකච්ඡා කරගමු.
මේ අර්බුදය බල නොපාන කෙනෙක් කවුද? විශේෂයෙන්ම අපේ රටේ විවිධ බදු වලින්
There is no person who is not affected by this crisis. This is another burden on the burdens that lay on the industrialists, small and medium-scale businessmen and everyone else. There will be some sort of relief if the tariffs are revised to its previous state. If not, it is a burden and a pressure.
එසේ නොවන සෑම තත්වයක්ම බරක් තමයි. පීඩනයක් තමයි.
On the 17th of April, the Public Utilities Commission informed that permission was granted to the Ceylon Electricity Board to increase the electricity tariffs with effect from the 20th of April. From then on, News First extensively discussed how the new electricity tariff revision would affect the domestic consumers and the industrial sector in order to make the public aware on how the new electricity tariff revision will be applied to the respective electricity consumer categories. News First highlighted that the public will have to face a 3-point pressure brought on by the increase in electricity tariffs, increase in goods and services, and the slashing of allowances paid to employees by companies that have to pay higher electricity charges.